thanks to sorry, I forgot its name. Thanks to the alkylith, it brings the people in the portals directly to the abyss. Um, which
I'm
is the
sorry,
lovely
what?
it's the lovely mossy fungal section where the great demon lord Jubilex reigns and creates things.
This is unexpected.
You've got this. It's fine.
I'm gonna quickly get on my feet, gun out and ready.
Before you is just what seems to be a whole maze of vines, some of which that kind of reach out for you before backing away. Uh, and it seems that the one that dragged you through might have had outside instruction because they don't seem very smart and just look like they kind of want to poke you, and not in a mean way. They just want to poke you.
Are you trying to Harry Potter me right now with this maze? I swear to God.
Oh no! It's just confusing to look at. There's no clear path, I should say.
Gotcha. Um, well, so I'm not getting a hostile intention from these things.
Correct. They're like puppies.
Uh,
Demon puppies
I mean,
with spider legs.
I guess if there's one
No.
close to me, I will pat it lightly, but the gun is at the ready.
Yeah, the closest one is actually the one that is uncurling from around you. Um, and it didn't squeeze you super hard. It was in fact very gentle when it tugged you through. It just seems like somebody told it there was a new friend outside.
I'm assuming if I turn my head to the side, the portal's gone.
You would be correct.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Well, I did not expect this. I guess you're not mean?
They kind of waggle.
This is very awkward. I
The
imagine this
moss
going
jiggles
differently.
happily. It's like an Undertale.
Um, is, is there a reason I'm here?
A different voice answers that question.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, there's no Jesus. There's only Jesus.
I accidentally flipped to the wrong folder of images. And emerging from the tangle of vines is a man wearing, well, I say man, is a being wearing bright red clothing that seems to be kind of just carelessly tied as it is a robe with a golden belt encircling it, keeping it closed. Um, the only thing that kind of tips you off as to the more demonic origins of this fellow is red markings on his face and neck that appear almost scale like. Ah, good, you got here in time.
Aha. Where am I? I am confused. And who are you?
Oh, I assumed you were the new recruit I was waiting for. The Abyss?
They might have left that information out on the destination?
Perhaps your superiors are playing a trick on you.
I mean, if it's a soldier you want, I am.
Excellent. I assume your task went successfully then. The moss is in place.
That's how I got here.
Good, good. Then I can bring you to where everybody is waiting. Or where they should be waiting if they're being good, well-behaved soldiers, which is a bit rare to find around these parts, I'm afraid.
Okay, just so we're clear, I'm more of a long range soldier, in case there's any confusion on. Since I didn't know the destination, I don't know what was provided for you.
That is a good point. I was not given much information, just that we had a new recruit who was proving their worth. Uh, so hopefully you'll have successfully planted the moss, uh, gotten rid of the extra one that you recruited, and have gotten rid of the stupid archfey.
All have been accounted for.
Excellent, then you've done very well. Maybe you'll find yourself an officer very soon.
Look forward to that destination.
Never trust a company that promotes so fast.
Our turnaround is really high. We don't know why.
There was a little resistance, but nothing unhandleable.
Excellent. We have had so many failures recently. It is good to have somebody who's actually competent.
Now I gotta hold on. I'm thinking about doing something and I don't know.
Okay.
I should. I'll wait. I'm good.
Okey-doke. You can call me Zeth.
Nice to meet you. I am Hanver.
Conver?
Hanver, it's his last name.
Okay, thanks.
Lore,
Which
lore,
isn't,
lore.
you know, it's the nickname, not the,
Yeah.
so not a true name or anything, but you know.
Just wanted to make sure I was hearing you correctly.
Honvurr.
Darn it, I assumed it was OR.
I think it's UR, hold on. I could have my own character wrong. It's you.
Okay, awesome. The demon in front of you, looks pleased and waves you to follow him as he starts back through, all the grasping tendrils that part before you.
Just as a note, DM, I'm gonna send you a text about that name, which I don't know if you remember off the top of your head, but I don't know if this guy would.
Okay. I mean, how dare you text me, Grar?
Yes, I am a recluse. Never touch me. Ever. Not even with your eyes.
Do not perceive me.
My pronouns are none. Do not speak to me. You shall refer to Shadow the Hedgehog by Shadow the Hedgehog only.
Have you just been quoting a weird meme at us?
Yeah. So
I think they're predicting the next Sonic movie.
it was
Ludovon, not you too!
That was me.
No, Ludovon popped up and said, "How dare I send you a text message?"
I am a
but yeah,
spiteful bastard.
Alright,
it's never fun to recount a funny video, but I will do that right now. It's a overdubbing of a Sonic Adventure 2 cutscene where Sonic looks at Shadows is like, "What's your pronouns? I'm gonna be talking shit about you later, so I want to do it properly." And then Shadow says, "Unlike you blue hair liberals, I don't have any pronouns. You should refer to me by Shadow the Hedgehog and Shadow the Hedgehog alone." And then Sonic's like, "Well, I guess he gets the point, but it's still kind of weird." And then like all the cops show up and says, "You have just misgendered Shadow the Hedgehog."
Okay. Returning to Telro's strange adventures.
I don't like that you.
Strangerland.
I don't like that it's titled that. Teller's Strange Adventures. That's just.
I'd like you to know that in my prepping for this, I actually titled it Telro's Outrageous Adventures because I thought it like vibed more.
Like Bill and Ted, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta find Keanu and shit.
Yeah. I would hope. Most people have to.
So as he starts to lead you forward, he kind of pauses to himself and is like, where have I heard that name before? Ah, yes, you are that delightful bounty hunter. Good, good. I was hoping that eventually you'd see our ways and come join us.
See your ways. I've been taking quite a few tasks here and there. They pay well.
Excellent. That is
I
something
mean,
we do pride ourselves in.
I just got rid of that, one of those captains for you not too long ago.
Yes, that was very kind of you. You don't overcharge.
Whatever gets me by and fixes my guns.
I do appreciate competence in our employees. Why have I just turned this into a weird MLM scheme?
What else would a demon army be?
I mean, fair.
An
I
army.
mean, it's not a pyramid. Look, you just get paid how much you work.
It's an inverted funnel, and you work your way. You build on top of you, so more comes down to you.
And he does lead you through quite a few winding tunnels, and all filled with various mushrooms and plants, as he kind of ponders his next thought.
I will also put my sniper away in like a good show of faith.
Good, good. He is not carrying any weapons.
Okay. Well, just to make sure I know my demon rules and respects 101 book right, putting the weapon away and walking slightly behind him. Not like fully, but you know, he's the higher ranking. You know how it is. Any rules that you have about demon hierarchy, Telro's following them right now.
Yes. And the fact that he's not carrying any weaponry, even so deep in the hells, does tell you that he's A, powerful, B, guaranteed safe passage from everything living in the hells down this far, or C, is overly confident.
I'm scared. Very scared, because most of the time when I used to work for them, I had a couple of extra escorts as fodder for fuel for the fire. This is new.
Yes, yes. However, as he does lead you there, demonic fungi that would normally attack does not. So you have been granted safe passage, or he's just kind of scary.
I don't mean to point out the obvious, since it's not obvious for folk like me. Normally, if I ever come these routes, I have to have 5 or 10 fodder for the fuel when walking around.
Ah, yes. Well, luckily Jublex is a friend, so she has instructed... so she has instructed most of her, rather mindless denizens to avoid touching. And I have no worries when I'm with such a strong bounty hunter as yourself.
That's, mighty kind of you for answering my questions as well. It is great to be in such esteemed company. It's an honor, a treat.
Oh, you flatter me. I'm not so high rank.
Tyler was more scared. Internally, not showing it externally, but you know, I'm just playing off the suave bounty hunter cowboy.
Just internal screaming.
Yeah, just like screaming to Kaz, but knowing it's not going through, and just hopefully when I go back, all of the stuff that I've been saying through the line will hit them all at once, and it'll be perfect.
Amazing.
Oh my god, it's like when like a video is lagging, and then instead of like just like starting to replay, it will fast forward through the entirety of what was skipped.
That is my goal right now.
So, yes, as you you're making pretty good time. But it will probably take you, a little bit to make your way out of the abyss that Jubilix resides in, to the spot that you're supposed to be going to.
So, another question, if you'll permit me, since I was not fully aware of the destination. For security's sake, I was only told the first part, and then the next part once the first part was completed. And now that that part's been completed with the moss and the people being and where I needed to go next and stand, may I be permitted to know this part?
Oh, yes, I do. I do know we didn't give you too many details.
No, I understand. It's in case, I get my head lobbed off. And
Yeah, secrecy
speak with
must.
dead.
Well, next we're going to head up to, goodness, one of the first layers of the hells, because that is where the gate connects to. It's the spot that we've established with the vampire gate, annoyingly enough. But because we know that Archfey are generally annoying and vampires are generally annoying, it makes more sense with the way this works to take care of them before we begin the larger rush, if you understand.
Does Telro understand what he's laying down?
He's saying they're gonna do stuff with the vampire island before taking care of any other gates, because the vampires are gonna resist, and also the island would become a sanctuary to any fae that survived the purging of the Feywild.
Gotcha. Okay, so Telro doesn't understand. That makes sense. I just came from that portal, so saw the work that was done and everything. I do have to apologize, but I had to cover my tracks a little bit when some operatives got in the way of me completing my mission. You know us bounty hunters, we kind of have to save our own skin every once in a while.
Oh, certainly. We knew that you would be recruiting assistants and then sacrificing them. That's no issue at all.
For the DM's note, I'm talking about when I shot one of the demons to death.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Pretending to get close and everything. That's what Telro's insinuating, that he had to pretend to get close to.
He is completely saying that the orc lady was definitely meant to be sacrificed this whole time.
Okay. We'll roll with that. Just to keep images, of course.
Sorry, just watching the rest of the party make we hate you faces at me.
Although I will admit the vessel carrying the moss might have gotten eaten, so the rest of the remaining moss has been compromised.
Well, it wouldn't have been much, but eaten?
Yes, there's a goldfish kind of running around that eats a lot of things.
A goldfish?
I don't know how better to describe it. It's got a wide mouth, it's fishy, and they eat a lot. Ate the bottle hole.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I don't know how better to describe it, but bottle got eaten.
I consider myself well learned, and yet I am intrigued by this new creature.
Well, if you ever see them, they're really interesting. I did not get to spend a lot of time with them, but don't kill it right away. Don't throw it in a jail cell. It's actually pretty interesting.
Fascinating.
Slowly trying to make certain people seem interesting so they're not killed right away. It's totally not Telro's goal as well right now.
Well, I certainly will keep that in mind. A goldfish.
It's not golden color, but if you look at it and how it eats like furniture and whatnot, a goldfish is what I would call
It eats furniture. How
What?
big is its mouth?
Yay big?
Oh my
Yay
goodness.
big?
Oh my.
It unhinges like a snake. if
Oh
it
yeah,
needs
and just like a snake, you know, like ha.
What a fascinating mixture of genetics and evolution.
Took a bite out of a chair leg. It was crazy.
What powerful jaws.
The better to nibble you with, my dear.
Oh boy. But yes, becoming an officer would be just fine. I haven't heard anything from the resistance in a while anyways, so I don't think you gotta worry about
Perfect.
them.
Well, after we deal with the vampires, we'll be dismantling the rest of the gates. And so having you know, good firepower to back up those doing the work would be excellent for those missions.
I do a question though. Are you ever
course.
gonna deal with the elves that are currently all over Sharn?
I mean, they're rather good allies of ours currently.
I thought they were attacking the borders of Sharn.
They're only attacking the humans.
Oh. The one so the okay, never mind. I was wrong. Excuse me.
No, you're good. But I suppose if they start to get too greedy, we might have to.
Did you know they're building a castle?
I did not, but that would make sense. I did tell them to guard the gate that's on that island, and passing on a message from the superiors.
They
And
have
so-
elected a king.
That is interesting. They haven't told us that yet.
Well, it just came from there. My people. Shows off a
Yes.
elf ear.
Yes, I see.
But yeah, it seems like they're gearing up for more than just the small prey they're after.
Oh yes, they have kindly offered to supplement our normal forces. So they'll be entering the Feywilds first.
Really? So they're gonna go first to be.
Now we gotta commit regicide in order to get them on our side.
Well, I hope it's I hope they're fuel for the fodder. I'm not a fan of them. I'm not one of them.
Understandable. They are somewhat prideful beings, a little hard to communicate with sometimes. They require a show of force. But they have been, they've given us some rather interesting items that will be good to use, especially since the dwarves were the unfortunate casualties.
I did hear a funny thing that now the dwarves are being turned into burgers and whatnot.
Well, I mean, somebody has to do something with all those damn unicorns.
That was quite interesting. I haven't tried one yet. That's on my bucket list.
I cannot say they've been imported to where I'm stationed.
I'll bring you one.
That would be very kind. Oh, yes, when you arrive to your next posting, I do have to ask you to pass on this note, or the message of the note. If you can memorize it, feel free to burn it. If you can't, just make sure the recipient burns it.
Okay. Does he hand me a note? You're muted.
I'm pulling it up. If you can't read it, I can read it to you.
If you are illiterate, get someone else to read this book to you. It will make more sense to you.
I need a normal team to the. If you could read it out loud for me, I am.
Okay. It says Z, sending the normal team to the V's. Once that gate is finished, we can move on to the rest. Have met up with A in the Feywild, and they brought us to B and C to confirm their loyalty. Traveling through that mess is taken care of. Signed, D.
Already, I can assume V is the vampires.
Correct.
Z is the Zeph.
Correct.
Once that gate is finished, we can move on. Have to meet up with
Shouldn't it be addressed the other way then?
No. I need to tell the next party that we're going to what's planned. Since I will be leaving you at that station.
Ah. Got it.
Basically, he just got this intel and he needs to pass it on to some other people and Telro is going that way.
Okay. So, in the Feywild, so there's someone in the... this is me talking out of character.
Yep.
So there's someone in the Feywild, and they brought them to 2 places in the Feywild. The 2 people in the Feywild to confirm their loyalty.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm assuming there's people in the Feywild that are helping them, but I'm not sure if they're Archfey or anything.
Correct.
Okay. Am I able to memorize this?
Yeah, sure, you're smart enough.
Okay, do I need to make a check or anything?
Sure, for exactly how much detail you can recall.
Would this just be base intelligence, or?
You can use an intelligence skill if you'd like.
Can I use history?
Sure.
27.
You have memorized this perfectly.
Alrighty. That sounds good. And then, Telro will make sure to fold it and put it in one of his hidden pockets.
Excellent.
I will memorize it along the way and make sure to dispose of it.
Excellent, thank you.
Too much going through the head right now.
Understandable.
Now, in case something goes wrong at the next post and I need to inform you to get the message out, is there a specific way I need to contact you again, or?
I suppose you could always support it to your direct superior there and get a message to me. But I suppose if you have a more pressing need or inquiry, or perhaps more payment, I can give you a telescription scroll.
That would be much appreciated.
You have gained 1 telescription scroll only addressed to Zeth.
I'm going to write that down real quick. Sounds good. That sounds very... And this guy would not be high up enough for me to do like a religion or history check, right?
From what he has implied, he knows people that are high up, but is not one of them himself.
Okay, cool. I was just curious. Perfect. Yep, and then I will answer any of his other questions or make small talk when it is permitted.